ที่ประเทศเมียนมามีคนที่จะพยายามอนุรักษ์ทรัพยากรใต้ท้องทะเลนะคะก็คือนักอนุรักษ์ทะเลแห่งหมู่เกาะมะริดค่ะไปติดตามในอาเซียนคอนเน็กกับคุณทิวลิปนาคสมภพเราค่ะ
อาเซียนคอนเนควันนี้นะคะเราจะไปพูดคุยกับผู้สื่อข่าวจากนครย่างกุ้งของประเทศเมียนมาค่ะวันนี้มีเรื่องราวที่น่าสนใจเกี่ยวกับการอนุรักษ์ทะเลมาเล่าให้เราฟังค่ะ The story today is about the conservation, right?
I got to know a certain project called the Myanmar Ocean Project. So they've been operating since around about 2008, late 2018, so at 2019. So it started from this founder, Miss Tanda Kenji. She is a very avid diver, so she likes to dive. And what comes out of her hobby was that in her dives, she found that the marine life has been regularly more and more being caught not on plastic or the usual stuff that you see in the global oceans, but mainly it's about the discarded items from fishing boats, essentially. So like nets and other sort of apparatuses, right? So many fishers and other marine life were getting caught into it, and it was slowly killing the environment in the sea.
I actually have some dive friends that when they go on a trip, they will have some kind of scissor or something sharp in the pocket with them, because if they see some marine life or something caught in some kind of plastic trash or old fish net, they will just cut it up.
Yes, essentially that's what they've been doing. So I think by 2020, they are still a relatively small team, although right now I guess you can consider them an NGO, but it started out as a team of 4 divers and slowly grew to have a little bit more members on their team. But through hundreds of diving expeditions, they so far managed to, according to them, they so far managed to remove nearly 2 tons of fishing nets and other sort of like very rusty cranes and all that.
So they start off at some certain area and now expand to all over Myanmar, or it's just still stay at the same islands and such?
The founder told me that, of course, if it's possible, she would like to travel the whole world and try to get rid of everything in the ocean. But right now, they are still mostly concentrated in the Tanindari region, mostly in the Andaman Seas, where we have home to islands that are called, we call them Mate Islands. So it's at the lower bottom half of Myanmar, where if you look at the Myanmar map, there is like a leg, right? And then it's at the leg portion, and to the left, it's quite close by. It's close by to Thai borders, actually, to near Ranong and all that. They are still currently working there, and from initially just clearing away the trash from the ocean, they have moved on towards actually getting to the root cause of problems, which is fishing boats. So there's also a problem of overfishing, right? Globally, there is an increase in demand for consumption of seafood and such. And while the tourism in Myanmar had boomed in the past decade, but the underwater tourism wasn't that affected. But the demand of raw seafood ingredients skyrocketed over the years.
Right.
So there's been a case of overfishing. So they are now trying to talk to, well, they are now not trying to, they are now talking to fishermen and all that, right? So that they can actually get rid of the trash and replace them with new ones, so that the fishermen don't throw them out into the sea.
So do you have a chance to ask them whether the current political situation have any effect on that mission?
Aside from the obvious issues of having to deal with the government, which has its hands full with a lot of other things, so there is a general sentiment especially from foreign donors, right? So they are supposed to be an NGO organization, so they mainly work based on grants and other donors. So there is a general sentiment that people do not want to fund anything that is going on in Myanmar. Because there is a strong backlash. Let's say if a donor donated or helped a certain cause to a certain organization that has been affiliated or is known to be affiliated with some sort of, do you understand what I'm saying? Yes.
Yes. Hopefully they will find a way to make it work.
Right now they are running another project in tandem with their usual cleanup project called the Blue Ocean Project, which is essentially getting a collective of artists together to draw comics and other sort of artworks to educate the general public that marine life conservation should be a thing that is supposed to be kept in mind.
Well, thank you very much for the story today, David. Have a great
Thank you very
weekend.
much for having me on.
เอาละค่ะนั่นก็คือเรื่องราวที่น่าสนใจนะคะกับนักอนุรักษ์ทะเลของประเทศเมียนมานั่นเองนะคะก็เริ่มจากงานอดิเรกคือการดำน้ำไปมาก็กลายเป็นเหมือนกับงานประจำไปซะแล้วนะคะและนั่นคือทั้งหมดที่น่าสนใจในอาเซียนคอนเนควันนี้ค่ะ